You're with Nick Rheinberger, 97.3 ABC Illawarra, 10 minutes away from 10.
It goes science. Yes, science is amazing. But not to me, though, because I am sick of waiting. I've been patient. I really have. I've been reasonable. Now it's time to say what I needed to. Dear science. Cheers for the iPods. White goods. Yeah, thank you for the
All right, time to dig into the world of science and technology and see what products are coming your way to change your life. And Matt Dickerson, the host of Tech Talk, the podcast, joins us now here at ABC Illawarra. G'day, Matt. How you going?
They do really change your lives, don't they? It's interesting you come up with that intro because we don't think about it too much, but technology's changed our life in so many different ways.
Now, we were just talking a little bit about scams, and of course lots of people get ripped off and they get their passwords stolen and that kind of thing. What's the story with Google Passkeys? How are they going to help?
Well, they're going to help in a limited way to begin with, but certainly long term they will help. And this is something that various technology companies are trying to get to the point where they get away from passwords altogether. Now, with Google in particular, if you've got that using Google Chrome, for example, on your phone or on a tablet or on a PC, then you can enable passkeys. You've got an option on your menu, you go and enable passkeys. Ironically, you've got to type your password in to enable passkeys. But once you do that and you type your password in, then any site that you go to that subscribes to the same protocols as the Google Passkeys, you don't need to type your password in anymore. And this is where many technology companies are aiming. How can we get to the point where you don't have people trying to type in passwords? Because different sites have different length passwords or different rules with their passwords, and you've got to change them on a certain regular basis. It might be 15 days, 30 days, etc. What ends up happening is people have 10, 20, 30, 50 different passwords. You can never remember all these passwords. So what do? You write them down somewhere, maybe on something on your computer or maybe on a bit of paper next to your computer, which is terrible because the last thing you want to do is have your passwords there that anyone else can see them and then use the passwords to get into all your different sites.
But there are password managers, kind of online ones, for instance. I mean, how does Passkey do any better than those?
So you're right. So password managers are not a bad idea. So you need the master password. So you have a very difficult password that you remember to get into your password manager, and then you've got all your passwords there. What Passkeys do is they basically say, again, it's only with sites that are subscribing to the same protocol that Google's created, but they say this particular site, oh, we've already got this authentication process and this person's authenticated when they logged into their Google account, therefore we accept that authentication for these other accounts. So it's not as if you've got to go and look it up like you do with a password manager. It automatically knows that you're part of the ecosystem and you're logged in already, so it's allowing you to get access to that site without you needing to do anything else extra.
Right.
Sounds scary.
And so, I suppose it becomes a part of the Google ecosystem, which includes so much of the stuff that's already on there. But do you think this, is a net good?
I think there's a range of different companies that are trying to do something like this. Microsoft's trying to do it as well, so that you log on to your Windows PC, and then once you've done that, everything else automatically authenticates against that. It'll be a bit like the VHS beta battle. It'll be various companies who will be trying to push their version of this single password, this single log-on concept to the rest of the various sites. And probably in the early days, you'll see a lot of these sites who will do multiple. So they'll work with a Microsoft single login, they'll work with a Google Passkey, but eventually you'll probably find there'll be one dominant player out of all this. But I think it is a good idea because what ends up happening otherwise is people end up with passwords like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Some sites don't let you have something that silly anymore, but there are still passwords out there that are very easy for people to guess.
Fair enough. All right, I'm with Matt Dickerson, the host of Tech Talk, the podcast, in our regular chat about technology. All right, now, every week I get my little evaluation of how much screen time I've had on my phone, which always shocks me. And it always seems to me as something that companies would be reluctant to put out, something to stop you using their product. But you've got a new way of minimising your screen time? What's the story there?
I'm a bit embarrassed actually to be talking about this on a tech segment, Nick, to
I
say
know.
reduce your screen time. What am I saying? What's gone wrong in my
I've
world?
got 6 of them in front of me here.
The average person spends 6 hours and 58 minutes every single day on a screen, which when you think about it, that's longer than I sleep each day, Nick, so that's a long amount of time. The Morphe Zen is a new product that's come out that's designed just to give you an excuse, and here we go, it's a technology excuse to get away from technology, so there's some irony there, but it's designed to basically just make you get away from your screens a little bit. It's a device that looks like a big pebble, sits in the palm of your hand, and it's made to be very simple. It's got a 3.5mm old headphone jack in it. It comes with a set of headphones. You plug that in, limited buttons on it. You choose the type of music you might like. So it might be sounds of nature. It might be meditation music. It might be white noise. It's definitely not going to be Jimi Hendrix or something like that. So you've got a few options to choose from. You click the button. It gives you a little bit of a meditation talk and then 5 minutes of this type of relaxing, soothing type music to your choice. And that's it. You then go back and attack the screen. So it's just a bit of a timeout. You can't go and upload your own music. You've got very few options on what you can do. It's designed to be just simple. Plug it in, take a break, and then get back into your day.
Well, the technology solution to too much technology. I can't wait to see whether it all comes to pass. Thank you, Matt. Great to talk to you, mate.
Right, yeah, thanks, Nick.
Matt Dickerson is the host of Tech Time, the podcast, and he's with us every week.